Welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. This video podcast is going to be based on Manchester United's latest news pertaining to Manchester United's takeover. As you guys know by now, that this tough match between Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Jassim, the Qatarian that's looking to actually take over the club, has one winner, and I'm not really happy about that because apparently the eventual winner is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because my man pulled out of the ring match in round 5. He didn't want to go full tussle or full hustle with Jim Ratcliffe in the tussle match. I'm not really enthused about that, and I'm going to tell you why. Because as I've said before, personally I would prefer the Qatarians taking over the club, whether it's a section or, of course, in my opinion, all of the club. Because as I've said before, the Qatarians have the football club at heart. You look at what they have done, not they as in the same people, but that nationality, persons of that nation, when they're looking to invest in a club, they look to sign the best players. They look to sign the top tier players. They look to sign the hot prospect of players, whether it's with a fat opening bid just to open up the negotiations. But one thing that they're going to get the player. Hook by crook, they're going to get the player. It may look like a lot of money. It may seem like a lot of money. But my thing is this: it's not money coming out of my pocket. So I don't really care about that. They have money to do that. So if they have the money to do that, they can pull it off. And they have pulled it off at PSG. They have done it at Man City since 2008. They have given Manchester City success. They have given Manchester some history. So if they come to Manchester United that already has history of not only winning top tier trophies, but pulling players, attracting top names, players that have acclaimed success because of their success on the football pitch, then that's what we want. But I haven't heard of this Sir Jim Ratcliffe brethren from Britain. I don't know his notoriety when it comes on to attracting players. This brethren not a nation. This brethren is not a nation. I haven't heard of him having any football enthusiasm. So I'm very skeptical. I won't say critical, but I'm very skeptical. My skepticism about this brethren is at an all-time high. I don't know how this is going to look if the thing is this: the Glazers are not looking to batch out their ownership of the club in just one go like that. They're looking to have like some shared agreement. So they're going to share the club. So one faction is for Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and of course one section is with of course the Glazers. My thing is this: the Glazers wanted Sir Jim Ratcliffe to be a part owner in owning the club. They didn't want that's my opinion. They didn't want brethren from Qatar to go take over the club, to jeopardize the club, to siege the club from their grasp. And that is why they took Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Not because, dude, look at the bid. The brethren, the Qatarians bid about 3.5 billion. And they didn't want to take that. You didn't want to take that and sell the club. And he pulled out of that deal. Hey man, I didn't like that, because personally, and some Man United fans would be in agreement with me, that when it comes on to football, the Galacticos, as if they're Galacticos, the Glazers have no football knowledge. These guys are giving top tier bang average players high averages, high wages. They shouldn't be on high wages if they're top tier average players. That's not a top tier average wage bill. If they are average players, for one, they shouldn't be here. If they are here, they should be squad players. And if they are squad players, then they should be having a decent wage. They should that's the wage they should be getting. But the Glazers, having no knowledge of football, but they have a lot of money, want to give a lot of wages to these average players. I wonder why some of these players... Now, some fans may say, well, the Glazers have no say in how Manchester United perform. That is not true. Indirectly they do, but not directly, because directly is going to the manager and of course the players, because they should be at fault for some of their actions because they're the ones performing on the football pitch. So in essence, sometimes they should be responsible for their own actions. What I'm saying is that indirectly there are a reason as to why they're not performing on pitch, because if you're giving some of these waggy players these high wages, what's their motivation to perform on the pitch? What's their motivation? If you're giving them these fat paychecks per week, these fat paychecks per 2 weeks, these fat paychecks per month, they're not going to have this spike of fire in them belly to go perform on the pitch. They're not going to have that passion. That passion has been burnt down. That passion has been put out by this water called a fat wage bill. They're not going to perform. They don't have no urgency to perform. For one, they know that they're comfortable. They're comfortable in not only not starting, but they know that they can still be on the bench and still get this high wage bill. Now, bringing this full circle back to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, that is looking to have an ownership, a percentage of ownership of the club as things stand right now. I'm not optimistic. Again, I question his brethren's credibility when it comes on to football. When it comes on to football, what is this brethren's notoriety? What is this credibility card looking like? Has this brethren really has an enthusiasm for football? Has this brethren really invested in football clubs, whether it's minor football clubs, semi-pro football clubs? Which football player is talking about this brethren? Now, if he's a Manchester United fan, then okay, but that doesn't mean that you have what to do when it comes down to signing players. So that's my big question mark. That's my big question mark, because I believe that the Glazers wanted him to take full control, actually part of the control of the club, and not the Qataris, because the Qataris would have pushed them out, so they didn't want that. So they're going to take this brethren, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, to take over part of the club in a negotiation deal, and that doesn't sit right with me. Matter of fact, if you've been watching up until this time, like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a newcomer, Manchester United fan, if you're a Manchester United fan, leave your comments down below. Like and subscribe to the channel. What's your say on this? Do you want Sir Jim Ratcliffe or the Qataris? Because a baby can tell you that the Qataris is better known in football than Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe don't have no notoriety in football. What has this Virgin accomplished in football? He hasn't played football for one, and for 2 years you're a British billionaire. But do you know what players that Manchester United is known for attracting? What type of players would suit the standards, the high standards, the status of Manchester United? Do you know the players, the quality of players, the type of players that would come in and suit Manchester United? No, I'm not going on everything I right now. I'm gonna give him a rest. I'm gonna take my foot off his neck for some moments and give him some time to breathe. But this is on the ownership right now. We're talking about the ownership right now, so we'll leave that for another video. But right now, we're talking about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Is he going to be competent when he comes to Manchester United? Is he going to be successful? Is this brethren going to be a success coming to Manchester United? My impulse is telling me no. My reaction is telling me no. I don't believe this brethren is going to be a success. He's going to be probably worse than the Glazers. And the Glazers are bad owners. So if this brethren will come in and he's worse than the Glazers, then we're taking like 3 steps back. It's like we're doing a moonwalk backwards. We can't be doing that. Some of us, yes, we need to be optimistic. We need to believe in Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I don't know this guy. I've heard of this guy. I've read of this guy that he's interested in taking over the club. But man, my heart is telling me no, man. My mind is telling me no. And usually my heart and my mind and heart is unusually wrong. So is really wrong. So if that's the case, man, I'm just going on intuition right now. I could be proved wrong, but this video is based on what a brother like me believes. And what a brother like me believes is that under this leadership, the shared negotiation, the shared investment of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers, or the Glazers giving the full stakeholders to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I'm not an optimistic fan. I'm not a happy bunny about that because, again, I haven't seen this guy when it comes on to football. How credible is this guy when it comes on to attracting players? Has this guy owned a football club before? Has he? Hold on. Has he? If he has, comments below. I haven't seen him own a club before. I really haven't. It's me. And right now, we should be practicing right now. We're doing too much practices. It's me. We have been doing too much. It's me. Too much train practices since 2013 after winning the league, and we had to replace a manager that was supposed to be nowhere near at Manchester United, apart from being the opposition manager when playing against Everton, and him come from Everton to come manage Manchester United. And we were left in this loophole, this pothole in the ground where we were not performing. We had old players. We couldn't attract the players that we wanted. Yes, we were attracted to Muller. Yes, we were attracted to Kroos. Yes, we were attracted to Bale. It's me. Yes, we were attracted to Fabregas. Yes, we were attracted to Vidal. None of them didn't want to come to Manchester United after seeing Moyes taking over at Manchester United. This is not the Manchester United standard of a manager like that. Is me? And ever since then, we have a different barrage of variety of managers, and some of that is to be blamed on the Glazers. How so? Why are you going to allow a manager like Ole to take over the club after his intern boss? He did decent as interim boss, but you gave this brethren that is unknown when it comes on to a top tier management credibility. But because my man used to play for the club, my man scored a last minute goal in the final in 2009 to win the treble. Yes, me, he's a Manchester United hero. He gets Manchester United, so that means he should be manager for Manchester United. That's not how Manchester United standard should be. You can't just appoint a former player that used to play for Manchester United. He gets Manchester United. But we're above that. We're above that. It's me. Some of the players that were under the guidance and leadership of Sir Alex Ferguson that became managers were failures. Gary Neville for one, Roy Keane for two, who else? Bruce, not Jay Bruce, but Bruce. I can't remember his name fully. And you have a few more, man. It's me. Ole, so that goes to show you that the Glazers indirectly has a say on the poor performances when it comes on to wages, and also in terms of the appointment of certain managers. Mourinho, in my opinion, Mourinho should have been appointed in 2013 after we lost Sir Alex Ferguson. It's because my man wanted to leave Real Madrid anyway. So that was when we should have gotten him, bring him out to Old Trafford as manager. Yes, me, but we got him like 5 years later. Actually, 3 years later. Yes, me, but going back to the ownership, going back to the board, I have to bring this sermon, man. I have to bring this. Motherfucker, I changed my name to Minister United. I think I'm going to be doing some sermon because this club needs some admonishment. This club needs rebuking. This club needs correction. This club needs to be corrected in the correct way. So I'll say this. Right now, if push come to shove, that Jim Ratcliffe is going to be overseer, the overlord of Manchester United, taking over Manchester United. This is a guy that hasn't proven himself when it comes on to ownership. Not that I know of. and to go sign this brethren, this unknown brethren in football, to go take over a great football club. Yes, we're still a great football club, but we're not playing great football. And take over the club, and I'm not optimistic about that. I'm not. I rather have the Qataris take over the club. They can sign quality players. And I would like to believe that they're ruthless enough to suck a manager if things are not supposed to go the way that it's supposed to go. This is me. But having Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I just see an old version of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer taking over the club. He looks like a happy-go-lucky type guy. And and if you want to go take over a club like that of that standing, you shouldn't be no happy-lucky type guy. You shouldn't be that type of guy. The type of guy you need to be is to be ruthless and to know what is best in the interest of Manchester United. That's what you need to be do. That's what you need to do. This guy, I don't even know this if this guy knows quality players or not. Him might go sign one of them average players thinking that he's world class. Sign for 150 mil bid. Go move like Chelsea owner. Sign all of these players for that big money. Some of these are unknown players. Can't load up, man. But what's your say? I don't want to be rambling and running with words without you guys having your say. Leave your say in the comment section. Sir Jim Ratcliffe? If you want Sir Jim Ratcliffe, comments below. If you want the Qataris, although the Qataris pull out, they didn't want to reap the harvest of this toxicity at Manchester United, so they go pull out, and not 9 months later reap the toxicity that it invested in 9 months earlier. So then go pull out of it, then pull out of the situation. They don't want no toxicity on them name. So then come out to that. But there's a possibility that they could go back in. Like what Don Michael Corleone used to say. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. He might just pull back in, man. He ain't go slap one bid on the table and say, yo, listen, Manchester United, you're going to take this bid. You're playing around, you're playing ping pong. You're moving like a girl right now. See, the Glazers, the Glazers moving like one of them girls that need attention, but they don't want you like that. They go talk about say they want to sell the club. Okay, you want to sell the club. The Qatar is interested in the club. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is interested in the club. But all this time, you have been claiming that you want to sell this club for what, 11 months now? And you haven't been decisive about who to govern the club, to take over the club from your grasp. You're moving like one of them girls, man, talking about say them like you when they don't like you like that. They just want attention. That's why you're moving like. The Glazers just want attention. They want, the journalists to put them in the newspaper to get them money. Oh, we have these interests. Look at these guys' interests. Look at them. Think I'm going to sell this club. Look at them. Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Look at him. And you have this virgin over here, so from this Saudi Arabia. The Qataris want to buy this club. Looks cute, but I ain't gonna sell the club. I just want him attention. That's how you're moving. That's how you're moving. You need to make a decision. You need to be decisive. Be decisive for one time in your life and say which of these brethren you're going to sell the club to. Don't sell them, I might sell the club but I could give you half. No, brethren, sell this club, sell the club, get the money and get out. We don't want to hear you have done too much damage. And preferably sell the club to the Qataris. Sell the club to the Qataris. Not Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Although he's in the lead right now. But my man could pull out. If he knows better. Hold on. If he knows better, he needs to pull out. I'm not optimistic about this guy taking over the club. I'm just not. Maybe I'll see the light down the tunnel, but right now, I ain't see no light down the tunnel. It's too dark for me to see. So the main message of this This is this one. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe takes over the club, does he have your does he have your ticket? Does your ticket say this guy can take the club into the right place? Is me. I don't care if this virgin is them say he's what? Sir Jim Ratcliffe was named second place in the Sunday Times rich list. Dude, that's good. Is me running second fiddle to the first person that is rich on the Sunday Times rich list. I don't care about that. My question to you is this. How much of the interest of Manchester United do you have? Are you willing to sign the quality players? Are you willing to pull, attract the best quality players? Not only pull and attract the best quality players, but do you have the respect of the managers? Will the manager respect you? Whether it's before the Erik ten Hag, which is not the case, because Erik ten Hag is here, but during the Erik ten Hag, is me, although he might leave by getting sacked. But after the Erik ten Hag, does the manager that you appoint or the appointed manager after Erik ten Hag before you come here, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, will he have your respect? Will he respect you in the realms of football? Will he respect you? That's a question I want to ask. That's a question you need to answer. Dude, if this, right now, if you were to ask me, this is more like a marketing tool. Manchester United is used like a marketing tool to make money. To go scheme money off of the pockets of Manchester United fans that have season ticket. There are season ticket holders and hold the ticket coming every season at Old Trafford. And I'm going to take that money. But I'm not care about the fans like that. And I'm saying to you is this. If the least you could do, even if you don't care about the Manchester United fans, the least you could do is to appoint what's best for the Manchester United club. We're not a marketing tool. Yes, we make a lot of money. But think of the football. Think of football for once in your life. Come to the realization, come to the conclusion that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not the best option right now. Look at the Qataris. Compromise. Cut yourself to size and look at the deal that's placed on the table. Yes, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is me. May come up with a bigger offer than the Qataris. But which one of these parties have the best club at heart? Ask yourself that question, Glazers. Ask yourself that question. Because if you care about the club, which you don't, but if you care about the club, which you don't, but the fact is that if you cared about this club, then you would have put it in the hands of the Qataris, no question. Because you know that the Qataris, by their, if you look by their notoriety, what they're known for, maybe not this set, maybe not this population, but the nation that has invested in clubs like PSG, Man City, Newcastle. Look at the players that they're looking to attract. Look at their intentions, their goals, their expectations, their objectives. This is the thing that I don't hear about no Jim Ratcliffe goals. What is this virgin trying to? What is his goal? What is he trying to shoot for? What is he trying to? What is he trying to? You know, trying to get at Manchester United apart from money, from the football aspect. Apart from money, what is he trying to gain? See, these are the questions we need to be asking. And hey, let me finish this video. If you've been watching up until this point, you know, like and subscribe to the channel, like and share. If you really care, leave your comments down below in the comment section. I'll be happy and appreciative to address some of those comments and even address them in the next video, that podcast I'm going to do. Because we Manchester United supporters need to ask the Glazers, although you know they ain't go hear our questions, because they're gonna turn a deafening ear and they're gonna stiff up them nose and say, I ain't gonna listen to this Manchester United fan. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But if that's your mentality, if that's your mindset, if your heart is that cold to Manchester United support, you didn't love Manchester United in the first place. Even when Sir Alex Ferguson was there, you didn't like Manchester United like that. If you like Manchester United, like that, which you don't, but if you did, you would have cared for the club. And if you cared for the club, you'd have placed this club in the grasp, in the hands, in the confinements of the Qataris. That's what you would do. But you go do that. Comments below. A brother can preach. Is me. He's gonna be doing some more preaching videos. You know, I've changed my name to Mr. United, Minister United. So I'm going to be ministering. All right. Comments below. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'm just not optimistic of how things are looking right now as it relates to ownership. As it relates to Manchester United's ownership. Is Manchester United owners going to have the club's best interest at heart when it comes to football? Not you know, sponsorships, money making money. That's secondary. You see me? That's going. That you know that comes with it. You're going to always make money. The ultimate question is, okay, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is in, you know, the number one spot to win over the club, to take over the club. But is this brethren from Britain going to take over the club with the interests of football? Does he have football sense? Does he have knowledge of football? Will he acknowledge, you know, proper football managers? Will he acknowledge proper footballers that can play football? Comments below. I might leave the I'm not sure. I might do another video later on or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but stick and see for that video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out. I'll show you guys then. Take care.